Get ready, coin lovers and treasure seekers. Today, we're diving into the fascinating world of British pennies that might just be hiding more value than you think. From the 1996 piece showing its age and outdated condition, to the 1999 penny that has seen years of circulation, and the 1995 edition still holding its fine charm, each coin tells a story of time and history. Add to that the 1993 penny in dilapidated condition and the slightly used 1997 issue, and you've got a set of coins that perfectly capture the spirit of Britain's everyday change and its hidden collector's wealth. Don't underestimate these humble 1-pence pieces. Some of them could make your wallet a little heavier than expected. Let's get started up with the United Kingdom's 1996 1-penny coin bearing familiar chain-link portcullis design. Today, we'll explore this intriguing coin in its outdated yet charming condition, one that continues to stir curiosity among coin enthusiasts across Britain and beyond. The 1996 1-penny, though often overlooked in everyday transactions, hold a quiet historical and cultural presence that becomes more compelling as the years go by. It's a coin that once jingled in pockets and purses across the nation, now steadily gaining recognition among collectors who value its heritage, design, and rarity in higher grades. The background of this coin traces back to the decimalization era of the early 1970s when the UK made the transition from the old pre-decimal currency system to the new decimal format. The 1-penny coin became part of this modernization movement, featuring on its obverse a dignified portrait of Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II designed by Raphael McLouth, and on the reverse, the iconic chain-link portcullis, a symbol long associated with the Palace of Westminster, representing strength, unity, and historical authority. The portrait use on this coin, often referred to as a third definitive portrait, shows the Queen wearing the George IV state diadem, radiating a stately grace that adds royal elegance to this humble copper-plated steel coin. The head side, or obverse, highlights the enduring monarchy, while the tail side, or reverse, ties directly into the nation's parliament and governance, together crafting a visual harmony of British tradition and identity. The cultural and historical values embedded in this coin go far beyond its nominal worth. The chain portcullis motif is not merely decorative, it's a historic emblem that has represented British parliamentary authority for centuries. For collectors, this design symbolizes continuity, a lasting connection between the crown, the government, and the people. The coin's presence across decades of British life speaks to a shared national experience, one that numismatists hold dear. Its transition from an everyday object to a collector's treasure reflects how even the most common of coins can become historical keepsakes when preserved and studied. In terms of technical details, the 1996 1-penny weighs around 3.56 grams and measures 20.3 millimeters in diameter. It was struck in copper-plated steel, a composition change that began in 1992 to replace the earlier bronze issues. While billions were minted for circulation, the scarcity and desirability arise from condition and grade. Outdated or worn examples like this one tell the story of extensive circulation, giving them nostalgic appeal, whereas pristine uncirculated or proof versions are now exceedingly hard to find. Key fact for collectors reveal that although many of these coins entered circulation, fewer remain in premium states due to age, usage, and handling over nearly 3 decades. Coins that have survived with crisp details and original luster are fetching higher and higher bids at auctions, especially those graded by professional coin grading services such as PCGS and NGC. The outdated condition, while showing clear signs of wear, still holds emotional and historic value, especially when paired with the rich symbolism of the portcullis design. Now, when it comes to the rarity and collector demand, the market has shown a surprising trend. Collectors are increasingly seeking these mid-90s pennies to complete date runs or as part of collections featuring the McLouth portrait. In top-tier graded condition, such as MS65, examples of this coin have been seen selling across major auction sites and rare coin marketplaces for values hovering around $700, while exceptional pieces or those with near-perfect strikes and brilliant luster have reached upwards of $900. These impressive figures may sound astonishing for a coin that once bought a sweet or two, but they reflect a rapidly growing interest in British decimal coins among both domestic and international buyers. Even those in outdated or slightly circulated condition, like the one we're discussing today, can hold surprising potential as demand for complete historical collections continues to rise. For collectors looking to add a 1996 one penny to their collection, a few tips can make a world of difference. First, always inspect a coin under good lighting to evaluate its condition carefully. Even a slightly better surface quality or a clearer strike can mean a considerable increase in value. Seek coins that retain their original color, even if slightly dulled by circulation, and avoid those with corrosion or heavy damage. Many serious collectors also look for proof or mint set versions that were never released into circulation. And if you come across one in outstanding shape, getting it professionally graded could be a wise move, as certified coins consistently command higher prices in the marketplace. In conclusion, the 1996 one penny coin with its chain portrait design is far more than just a relic of small change. It's a tangible link to Britain's evolving monetary history, a reminder of an era when pennies still carried weight in everyday life, and now, a symbol of how history can turn the ordinary into the extraordinary. Whether found tucked away in an old jar or presented in a collector's album, this coin's charm and potential market value make it a standout piece in the world of UK numismatics. With high demand continuing across online auctions and coin phase, those who hold or discover one of these coins today might just be sitting on a small but glittering slice of British history that's becoming increasingly desirable with every passing year. Next up, the 1999 one penny coin stands out as a small yet remarkable piece of British history that continues to attract the attention of both casual collectors and seasoned experts. Minted at the turn of the millennium, this coin carries with it not just monetary worth, but also an essence of cultural significance that ties it closely to the modern legacy of the United Kingdom. Bearing the elegant chain-link portcullis design on its reverse and the refined portrait of Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II on its obverse, the 1999 one penny coin symbolizes stability, monarchy, and the enduring identity of Britain's currency system. Even though it was produced for circulation, this coin's appeal lies in its subtle variations, its preservation state, and the historical moment it represents, a time when Britain was entering a new era while holding fast to its traditional values. The one penny coin from 1999 was struck in bronze-plated steel, weighing around 3.56 grams, with a diameter of 20.3 millimeters. These physical details may sound ordinary, yet what makes this coin fascinating is its design lineage and its representation of the final years before the 21st century dawned. The obverse features a fourth definitive portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Ian Rank Broadley, where Her Majesty appears with a familiar royal crown and graceful poise. The reverse side, designed by Christopher Ironside, depicts the chain portcullis, a motif borrowed from the badge of the Palace of Westminster, framed with chains that symbolize strength, unity, and the historic bond of Parliament with the people. This design has long been a reminder of British tradition and governance, resonating deeply with collectors who value coins that capture the spirit of an era. When viewed through the lens of cultural and historical value, the 1999 one penny coin becomes more than loose change. It becomes a relic of a nation standing at the threshold of a new millennium. It reflects the United Kingdom's transition into modernity while preserving its royal and civic symbols. Many enthusiasts admire the coin not just for its design, but also for its representation of national continuity, stability, and pride. Collectors are particularly drawn to coins that hold connections to significant years, and 1999, being the last year before the turn of the century, adds a nostalgic and almost poetic significance to its charm. The fact that these coins were commonly circulated means they carry a story in every scratch, a fragment of history in every mark, tangible evidence of the lives and hands through which they passed. From a collector's perspective, rarity and condition are two key elements that dictate a coin's desirability, and the 1999 one penny is no exception. Although millions were minted for circulation, finding one today in an excellent uncirculated or naming condition is becoming increasingly difficult. Most examples in circulation show signs of age, wear around the edges, fading luster, and softened details. Yet even these can be appealing to collectors who value authenticity. However, coins graded at a higher end of the spectrum, such as those evaluated at MS65 and above by professional grading bodies like PCGS, NGC, and others, can command surprising premiums. Coins of this caliber, displaying full luster and sharp definition, have been recorded on various numismatic marketplaces, such as eBay auctions and specialized coin dealers, fetching prices of around $400 to $500 depending on eye appeal and demand. These valuations continue to fluctuate as collectors' interest grows, and the coin's presence in online auctions has been increasingly associated with competitive bidding, particularly for certified and encapsulated examples. The rise in value for coins like the 1999 one penny reflects a broader trend in the collecting community, an appetite for pieces that combine accessibility with historical resonance. Unlike ultra-rare proofs or limited editions, the 1999 one penny offers a reachable yet rewarding opportunity for collectors to own a slice of British heritage that could appreciate in value over time. As awareness spreads through online platforms and auction houses, more collectors are beginning to view coins like these not just as keepsakes, but as miniature investments. Some listings have even shown exceptionally well-preserved examples exceeding the $500 mark when demand surges, particularly among buyers seeking complete date runs or coins with perfect mint brilliance. It's these moments that make numismatics such a thrilling pursuit. You never quite know when a humble penny will turn into a highly sought-after collectible. For those considering adding a 1999 one penny to their collection, the key is to look beyond face value and focus on condition and certification. Seek out coins that retain their original sheen, minimal contact marks, and a strong strike on both sides. Coins that have been professionally graded and sealed by reputable organizations tend to maintain their market value and attract more interest from serious collectors. It's also wise to keep an eye on auction trends and online marketplaces, as prices can vary based on timing and collector activity. Even circulated examples can have their charm, especially when they display a pleasing natural tone or an interesting patina, features that often appeal to traditionalists in the numismatic world. In conclusion, the 1999 one penny coin with a chain portcullis design remains a shining example of how a small, everyday object can capture the imagination of collectors and history enthusiasts alike. Its blend of historical depth, iconic imagery, and increasing scarcity in pristine condition makes it one of those hidden gems in British coinage that may quietly climb in value as time goes on. Whether discovered in an old jar change or purchased through a reputable auction, this coin carries more than just copper and steel. It carries the essence of a nation's pride and the thrill of potential reward. For collectors in the UK and beyond, it serves as a reminder that even the smallest coin can hold an extraordinary story, and in today's buoyant rare coin market, the 1999 one penny stands as a symbol of both history and opportunity waiting to be rediscovered. Next up, the 1995 one penny coin featuring the renowned chain portrait of Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II is one of those fascinating pieces that continues to capture the attention of numismatists and casual collectors across the United Kingdom. Though it may appear as an ordinary coin at first glance, when examined closely, it reveals an extraordinary blend of craftsmanship, history, and hidden value that makes it far more than just small change. The 1995 one penny represents a period when British coinage retained a traditional charm, with a chain portrait reflecting the strength and continuity of the monarchy, an image that has since become an iconic feature of UK coinage. This particular year's penny holds a special place among collectors because it symbolizes a final phase of truly classic designs before later modern updates took hold. The background of this coin traces back to the Royal Mint's consistent efforts during the 1990s to produce durable, well-struck coins that could withstand decades of circulation. Made of bronze, this one penny carries a distinctive chain border around the portrait of the Queen, a detail that elegantly frames her likeness. On the reverse side, the coin proudly displays a crown portcullis with chains, a heraldic symbol closely associated with the Palace of Westminster, reflecting Britain's parliamentary heritage and unity under law and order. These design elements make the coin not only a functional piece of currency, but also a miniature work of art symbolizing stability and tradition. Culturally and historically, the 1995 one penny stands as a nostalgic reminder of pre-decimal continuity, a bridge between the past and the evolving face of modern Britain. It was issued at a time when the country was preparing for the new millennium, yet deeply rooted in its royal and democratic heritage. Many collectors view this coin as a piece of living history that connects everyday people to centuries of British sovereignty and minting excellence. Its widespread circulation made it familiar to millions, but it's precisely this familiarity that hides its rarity in fine condition today. Weighing approximately 3.56 grams and measuring 20.3 millimeters in diameter, this coin feels reassuringly solid in the hand, a feature that modern coins often lack. Its bronze composition gives it a warm, reddish tone that develops a beautiful patina over time, particularly when well preserved. A coin in fine condition, like the one under discussion, shows clear detail with only minimal signs of wear, retaining much of its original luster and character. Collectors particularly admire the sharpness of the Queen's portrait and the clarity of the lettering around the edge, as these details can easily fade after years in circulation. Among the key facts about this coin, one of the most intriguing is that while millions were struck, only a small number has survived in such fine, undamaged form. The majority were used daily in shops, pockets, and purses, leading to natural wear. As a result, high-grade examples graded around MS65 have become increasingly difficult to find, and when they appear in the market, they command impressive prices. Collectors' platforms and auction houses such as PCGS, NGC, and eBay listings have shown strong demand for this coin in superior condition. In fact, a 1995 one-penny graded MS65 has fetched prices around $300, while select examples in exceptional mint state quality have even reached $350, depending on the strike, toning, and overall eye appeal. This surge in collector interest demonstrates how something as seemingly common as a penny can hold surprising value when rarity and preservation combine. The rarity of the 1995 one penny in fine or mint condition has driven its desirability among both seasoned collectors and newcomers to the numismatic world. It's a coin that symbolizes opportunity, a small denomination that can lead to big rewards. With coin grading becoming more recognized and respected, those who possess coins in better condition are seeing higher returns, and the 1995 one penny is no exception. In the right auction environment, where bidding enthusiasts appreciate its historical appeal and the scarcity of near-perfect examples, prices can climb higher than expected. It's not just about the face value, it's about the story it tells and the legacy it carries. For collectors looking to invest or simply add character to their collection, a few tips are worth considering. Always check the quality of the coin under natural light, as genuine bronze coins from this period have a distinct sheen. Avoid polishing, as it can diminish collector value, and instead focus on preserving natural color and detail. Coins stored in protective capsules or dry environments tend to maintain their condition far longer. It's also beneficial to keep an eye on trusted auction sites and numismatic communities, where pricing trend can change rapidly, especially as interest in pre-2000 UK coinage continues to rise. In conclusion, the 1995 one penny with a chain portrait is more than just a small coin. It's a hidden gem within British numismatics. With its striking design, strong cultural connections, and steadily growing collector demand, it has become a desirable piece for those who recognize its potential. Whether valued at around $300 or pushing up to $350 in top-grade condition, its worth goes beyond monetary figures. It embodies the rich tradition of British minting excellence. For those lucky enough to own one in fine condition, holding onto it could prove a wise decision, as the appetite for rare pennies only continues to grow. So next time you come across a humble one penny from 1995, take a closer look. You might just be holding a piece of hidden treasure that's worth far more than its face value. Next up, the 1993 United Kingdom one penny coin with the chain portrait of Queen Elizabeth II is a perfect example of that hidden gem. Although at first glance this coin may appear ordinary or even worn due to its dilapidated condition, it carries with it a legacy of history, craftsmanship, and enduring collector appeal that continues to surprise enthusiasts across the globe. The 1993 one penny represents an era when the British penny was transitioning into a new age of circulation design and modern minting standards, yet it retains a familiar charm of the bronze composition and the symbolic crown portcullis on the reverse, a design so deeply rooted in British heritage that it immediately evokes the grandeur of Westminster and centuries of monarchy. The obverse, featuring the renowned chain portrait of Queen Elizabeth II designed by Raphael McCloof, remains one of the most admired effigies for its intricate detail, elegance, and regal presentation. It perfectly captures the essence of a time when the monarchy's image was transitioning into the modern world while holding fast to tradition. For collectors, the 1993 one penny has more to offer than its modest face value suggests. Weighing approximately 3.56 grams and struck in bronze before the changeover to copper-plated steel in later years, this coin symbolizes the closing chapter of a minting era. Its durability and classic reddish-brown tone give it a nostalgic aura that draws collectors toward its historical importance. Despite being over 3 decades old, the coin continues to attract attention due to its place within the 1990s mint run, a decade known for subtle design variations and minting quirks that have become hot topics among serious numismatists. The coin's cultural and historical value lies in its representation of a time when Britain was defining its new identity in the modern age, yet holding dear traditional symbols of authority and governance. Even in a dilapidated state, the 1993 one penny whispers stories of the pockets and purses it once passed through, from high street markets to vintage fays, adding an element of lived history to every piece. Collectors today are increasingly recognizing that rarity doesn't always depend solely on low mintage numbers. It also arises from condition, design details, and the cultural narratives tied to specific years. For the 1993 penny, examples graded at higher levels, such as MS65 or above by respected grading authorities like PCGS and NGC, have drawn impressive attention on auction platforms. Some well-preserved specimens in near-mint condition have achieved valuations around the $100 mark, and in certain high-demand numismatic auctions and online listings, exceptional examples have reportedly reached as high as $200, particularly when verified through professional grading and accompanied by strong provenance. Even though your coin may be in a dilapidated state, its appeal to certain niche collectors should not be underestimated. Many enthusiasts seek such coins precisely because they represent authentic circulation history, making them attractive conversation pieces and valuable additions to thematic collections that focus on everyday British currency through the ages. In today's numismatic market, the 1993 one penny remains an underappreciated but increasingly sought-after coin, as demand for older bronze issues rises due to the eventual phase-out of copper-based coins from circulation. Coins featuring the chain portrait of Queen Elizabeth II hold a sentimental place in British hearts, and the 1993 issue is no exception. Its balance between vintage charm and modern accessibility makes it an appealing entry point for new collectors, while seasoned enthusiasts view it as an essential piece in completing a full 1990s penny series. Even when heavily worn, it serves as a tangible link to a time when British coins still carry the warm, reddish hue of true bronze, something that newer coins, made from cheaper alloys, can never replicate. For collectors looking to invest or simply to preserve history, the key is to inspect the coin's detail, strike quality, and authenticity. Coins showing even partial luster or sharper edge definition can command a premium, while those verified by grading services like PCGS, NGC, or other recognized bodies often see their value climb substantially in the eyes of buyers. Keep an eye on trusted auction houses and online marketplaces where UK coins frequently surface. Trends suggest that older one pennies with strong eye appeal and verified grading continue to grow in value year after year. The growing nostalgia for Bronze-era British coins is fueling fresh enthusiasm among UK and international buyers alike. In conclusion, while the 1993 one penny in dilapidated condition might seem at first glance a humble piece of pocket change, it in fact represents a treasure of cultural, historical, and collectible significance. Its connection to Queen Elizabeth II's dignified chain portrait, its bronze composition, and its role in a defining decade of British coinage all elevate it beyond mere currency. Whether valued at around $100 for superior graded specimens or reaching towards $200 in rare cases through auction demand, this coin continues to capture the imagination of those who understand that the true worth of a coin often lies not only in its material but in the story it tells. For any collector hoping to secure a place in the ever-evolving numismatic world, the 1993 one penny is more than a coin. It is a small but powerful piece of British history, and one that continues to gleam with potential in the eyes of those who know how to look. At last, a 1997 one penny coin featuring the renowned chain-link portcullis design and the elegant portrait of Queen Elizabeth II. Now, at first glance, the 1997 one penny might appear to be just another everyday coin, but when we take a closer look at its history, design, and collector interest, we discover that certain examples of this coin, particularly those preserved in slightly used or near-mint condition, are beginning to turn heads in the collector market. There's a quiet storm building around these small copper coins, and in the right condition, they are beginning to fetch surprisingly strong prices that could make any coin enthusiast's heart race. The 1997 one penny was part of a series that had been circulating since decimalization in 1971, carrying the chain-link portcullis emblem, which represents the British Parliament, a proud and timeless symbol of the nation's governance and unity. The obverse bears a third definitive portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Raphael McCloof, showing the Queen wearing the George IV state diadem, exuding a calm dignity that marked the stability and prosperity of late 20th century Britain. Each of these coins carries not just the value of its face denomination, but also a touch of cultural heritage, a memento of an era before the new millennium transformed every corner of society. It's a small yet powerful piece of history, connecting modern Britain with its regal and political past. In terms of specifications, the 1997 one-penny coin was struck in bronze, weighing around 3.56 grams, with a diameter of 20.3 millimeters. Its metallic gleam and bold engraving made it instantly recognizable, even in pocket change. Over the years, the coin has seen countless versions and minting variations, but what makes 1997 stand out is its transitional significance. It was among the last issues before the Royal Mint shift to copper-plated steel in 1992 was fully standardized and stabilized across all subsequent years. As a result, some subtle variations in tone, luster, and strike quality can be found, making certain 1997 pieces particularly appealing to collectors. Today, the demand for one-penny coins from the late 1990s has quietly surged among collectors, especially those hunting for examples graded and certified by professional organizations such as PCGS, NGC, and similar numismatic authorities. While circulated pieces might trade for only a small premium above face value, slightly used coins with well-preserved detail and strong eye appeal are beginning to command serious attention. Coins graded at around MS65, for instance, have been observed reaching values near the $450 mark, while the finest known examples, those with near-perfect surfaces and brilliant luster, have been spotted on online marketplaces such as eBay, Heritage Auctions, and independent UK-based numismatic sales achieving prices in the region of $600 or more. These figures show that even a humble one-penny coin, when preserved in an exceptional state, can transform from pocket change into a miniature treasure worth several $100s. What truly fuels this demand is rarity combined with nostalgia. Collectors in the United Kingdom have a growing fascination for coins that represent the transitional decades of the late 20th century, those years that bridge traditional coin production with a modern technological era of minting. The 1997 one-penny, though once produced in large quantities, now finds its surviving quality specimens dwindling. Most of these coins endured years of circulation, wear, and handling, leaving only a small fraction in high-grade condition. Slightly used coins, where the detail remains crisp and the surface is only faintly marked, are now being seen as a sweet spot for affordable yet promising investment pieces. Many enthusiasts are snapping them up before their values climb higher. For collectors, there are a few important tips when it comes to securing a fine example of the 1997 one-penny. Always inspect the coin under good lighting to check for any soft details or damage that might diminish its value. Look for those that retain a warm, reddish bronze sheen and sharp relief on the Queen's portrait, with minimal handling marks around the portcullis design. Authenticity is never an issue for this coin, but condition is everything. A small improvement in grade can mean a big difference in market price. It's also worth keeping an eye on online auction platforms, as bidding activity for well-preserved one-penny coins has been on a noticeable rise throughout the past year. The best opportunities often appear when sellers are unaware of just how strong collector interest has become in these coins. In the end, the 1997 one-penny coin stands as a testament to how everyday British change can evolve into a collector's gem. It's a coin that carries with it the pride of the United Kingdom, a snapshot of a steady monarchy, and a moment frozen in the golden age of British minting. Whether you're a seasoned collector or a curious beginner, finding a well-preserved 1997 penny could be more rewarding than you think. The growing buzz around these coins, especially those graded around MS65 and higher, means that their market potential is only getting stronger. With recorded auction values reaching between $450 and $600 depending on condition and certification, this unassuming little coin might just turn out to be a profitable piece of Britain's everyday history. So, if you come across one in your collection of pocket change, don't overlook it. Polish your magnifying glass, check its shine, and hold on to it tightly, because the market for the 1997 one-penny is heating up, and collectors everywhere are beginning to chase after this small yet powerful symbol of British numismatic heritage.